Haskins with a run to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Tannehill's throw there, caught by Gallup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Tannehill. He's going to find Gallup here complete. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw his car. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Danielle Hunter, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The throw out to Ross. He's got it. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Again, it's Carr. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers hit 3-7 now on the year, and they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10.
7:34.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now, Carr again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This one caught by Isabella. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. He's got a man, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill to the right side. It's caught by Mitchell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Check down, complete to Haskins. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Haskins now on 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's Brad. 29. 93. 93. 29. 29. 694.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Carr. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Off play action, Tannehill. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Barrett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first down, Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and 7, Tannehill out to the left there and complete to Howard. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Tannehill. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. To throw again on second down. Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 3rd and long. It's Tannehill. Able to find Isabella. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella.
Andy Isabella on return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Tannehill on 1st down. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 28-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down! Ready? Hey, we're good, we're good!
This drive starts with a Haskins carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now a play fake. Carr. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 35-yard line.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. His throw incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here?
And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Tannehill. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Now Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are pouring it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Room here to run. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
On second down, here's a run from Haskins.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Here's Carr. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And in for the Steelers, touchdown.
Romeo Doubs
from 19 yards away.
And the Steelers are able to claw one back. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Isabella now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
They're on 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Play action. It's Tannehill. That ball complete to Isabella.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here taken in by Isabella.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And it'll be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Carr now on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now, Tannehill. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
93.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Tannehill going to throw it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Barrett. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Express.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Indianapolis, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road game next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.